the Dinner and Dragons stream of Dungeons and Dragons. We're short a few people tonight. Everybody, make sure you're taking care of yourself. The flu's going around, wouldn't you know it? In any case, my Leah's there in the chat. Yes, she is. She says she misses everybody. If you want to log in, you all can say hello to her as well. In any case, I'm going to start by showing you specifically, my Leah, how to use the chat. We have two really new things today. One of them is the music. Hopefully, it's not too much. My Leah, you let me know if the music gets a little bit too loud and you can't hear us anymore. But the other thing is you're going to be able to use the chat to input whatever it is that you want to do. Like, say, you want to use the Hand of Fate cards. The Hand of Fate is the name of the stream, is part of the stream, and you can actually change the action of what happens by asking for the Hand of Fate to help. All right, so now you're able to do that in the chat. So let me show you how to do that. All you have to do is, let me see, it is, oops. Oh, there it is. All right. All you have to do is you go down to the chat, in the chat, and let's say you wanted to do a Hand of Fate card. You're going to type exclamation point, hand, and then enter. And it's going to show you that message. The fates have arrived. Draw a Hand of Fate card. So now you don't have to wait on anybody to do that for you. And additionally, specific to you, my Leah, and I understand Ellie might join us a little later. So a little later, if Ellie wants, or you or Ellie wants to interact with us and use your character, you can actually roll dice now. Okay, you can only roll one at a time, so that's it's a bit of a pain. But let me at least show you how you do that, because the format counts. Okay, you see, I'm still in the right place. Okay, so you're going to type exclamation point, dice, and then a space. And if you want to roll D20, you type 20, and it's going to roll a D20 for you. And it says I rolled a 4 on a D20, or I could roll a D6. So it's exclamation point, dice, space, and then a 6. Okay? So you can do all of those various things in the roll. If you ever get lost, this is the important part. If you're going to write anything down, write this down. Commands. You do exclamation point, commands, and it's going to give you a link to where all the commands are, and it's going to tell you what the commands are that you can use here. All right. And then the last one, and I think this one is appropriate for this particular stream, is the banana command. You just type exclamation point, banana. Did I spell that right? Oh, banana. Yep. No, I shouldn't do that. All right, in any case, and it's not a literal banana. It just says you slip on something, and what's going to happen is if you do it in, if you say what?
Diddy juice.
You know what? It could be Diddy juice. I don't know. I may take that one out because I don't want people showing up at my house. In any case, you slip on something, and what will happen is the person who asked for that to happen will roll a D20 in the chat. The person here will roll a D20 with Dex, and we'll see who actually wins. We'll resolve that. Of course, you can always put the sticky mess or the mess in front of the villain in this case. All right? I think that is everything that you need to know. Just remember to follow if you're somebody that's here in the chat for the first time. I'm not going to worry about going around and introducing everybody because we all basically kind of know each other at this point, pretty much. But there are the commands, and let's get started here. To sort of sum up, last week you all had cleared out, give me a second here, had cleared out this sort of pirate cove area, and Wocah had started speaking with some people back in the caves.
Made some friends.
And you all weren't quite sure what it was that you wanted to do about that. So, Wocah, what is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on how this is going to play out?
How do I think it's going to play out?
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, I kind of want to just give these guys the benefit of the doubt. And they wanted us to do something. I can't remember what it was.
To follow them. You were relaying that.
I want to. Yeah, let's go with
us to follow y'all.
We got the naysayer over here, but
okay,
who's biased because it's my character saying it, which is not right. Not right.
All right, so Drake, you are front and center now. So, what is it that you? What's going on in your head with him?
So I think we left off, and everyone was like, "No, we're not going with you in the portal, wherever cave or wherever it was."
Mm-hmm.
And we had the note signed from Bryant,
mm-hmm.
who was, if I remember correctly, mage or something, and it was detailed instructions to follow.
Yes.
So a couple of options that we could have done is one, explore to our peril wherever he wants to take us, or we could wait on this Bryant guy to see if and when and how maybe the instructions, what the instructions say how to proceed, because it was something about the mystics or something.
Yeah.
Where you at, Ellie? You remember everything.
Well, you were writing stuff down. It's basically that they will be arriving, and they'll be able to tell you exactly what they need you to do after that. Yeah.
That's where we left off, and I think my vote was to stay and see how we could work with the instructions that were coming to see what options we had.
Okay.
Because I remember you saying also something that this determines which direction the campaign goes.
Well, it kind of does. And of course, that it's kind of meta. But we'll just say Lucky, who, by the way, is the proud owner of the silver balls. Silver balls. In any case, what are your thoughts on where we're headed to, or where you're headed to?
Okay, I agree with them, and we need to just wait here for instructions. It's like the ship is coming in that was supposed to be trading with the people here, so we just wait for them and see what they say. If they want to fight, we'll give them a fight. If they want to work with us, let's work with them.
Okay. And at this point, Veronica sort of steps forward. She says, "Y'all look awfully tired, and I'm tired myself. I mean, I had to heal you, I had to heal him, I had to heal them. Maybe at least we could wait overnight to see what happens. I don't know, at least one evening, take a long rest."
Yeah, we can take a long rest.
And she kind of looks. She looks at Wocah, and she's like, "So, Wocah, are you willing to wait at least for one day, or do you have to go right now?"
I don't think they gave me any.
They didn't actually say that you had to go at any specific time.
Oh, no, I don't want to do a long rest.
Okay. All right. So you all are there in the cave. Now, where would you like to do the rest? Mylia's character, Kryle, found out that central area is the safest place to sleep.
Okay.
Bo, Squirtle, Borp, and I have to spend half of that time in the water. So I guess we'll go sleep in the nearby waterway.
Okay.
Like the cove, right? The bay, whatever it's
Okay,
called.
absolutely. All right, so you see it right there in front of you. Let me get you all to where you need to be. Excuse me for turning my head to the camera. So, Drake and one of the hobgoblins. And Vic is not here right now. I'll just sit inside Barney. And Lucky, you're around here somewhere. There's Wocah. Wocah, I'm going to put you over there for the moment. There's Cryle. She's over here somewhere. Where did... Oh, Squirtlemorph is not in here. He is no longer with us. So you all are in your various places for the evening, doing your rest. In there, what are you doing? Drake, you know all those papers are in there.
Yeah, I think we went through them,
Mm-hmm.
and if I assume that we found everything there was to find.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we find?
There's the thing where they were going to be there coming by tomorrow or something, right?
Yes.
Somebody was charged with bringing the Kraken priests.
Mm-hmm. Can you roll a history check for me, Wocah?
13.
That sounds familiar. The Kraken priests sounds very familiar to you. As he mentions to you.
Didn't touch it.
It's Rose. She's walking underneath here. Hold on just a second. I'm going to take a little break here and get her out from under there.
I'll adjust the aim when I come back on.
All right, there we go. All right, so let's just see if anything happens over the course of the evening.
We're kind of parked Barney up at the front.
Oh, you want to at the front?
Oh, kind of at the choke point because he can't be surprised.
And okay, and does he have any sort of connection with you? Mental connection with you?
I don't,
or not?
I don't think so. Maybe, but I haven't read that.
Okay, so he actually lets you know. He actually comes toddling up right as a ship pulls into the harbor over here. Let me see where they are. This area over here, this ship right here, and it has several people in it right here. All right, so I'll go ahead and put them in there. For the moment, we'll just do that. And they sail on in. Barney tells you, Wocah, you and Squirtleblorp hear them first, actually. You can feel the waves moving. What would you guys like to do?
Is it humans or?
As you look at them, they're definitely humanoid.
Okay.
As far as the race, nothing too exotic. They are definitely not these deep scion that you've been working with.
Okay. I think Squirtleborp and I will kind of remain under the water, kind of just like waiting to see.
Okay. All right. The boat slowly makes its way up over here, and one of the gentlemen gets out. Very obviously, someone of importance that you can only assume is Bryant. Lucky, what would you like to do as this happens?
I want to hide somewhere and just get a good position. just
Okay,
in case.
give me a stealth roll.
All right. 17.
Okay, and as they come aboard, they're looking around. Brian's looking around, and he's not completely sure what exactly is going on, but he knows something's up, and you see him whisper to the people next to him. Roll a perception check to see if you see it, because you're underwater, he's above ground. What are you doing when he does that?
12. I see him, and do I know he's Bryant or?
He looks awfully important.
Okay, so
roll an insight check.
19.
19, very good. Evan, roll your d20 again.
Yep.
And the fate just popped up.
Just a natural d20.
Just a d20, yeah, because it was 0 on there.
Nat 20.
There you go. From the description that you got from the Deep Scion, this is Bryant. And Bryant is an ally to them.
To the Deep Scions?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They definitely know who he is.
Okay.
The Deep Scions, or
you don't know who they? He mentioned some people.
Okay.
That he was
not the pirates or whatever.
No, not the bandits.
Right. So I'm going to confidently strode out to the dock and act like I'm waving them in to tie them off.
All right.
And say, bring it in here, bring it in here.
And he comes on in and he
Come
says,
on, mister.
And he says, what in the world has happened here?
A lot has happened. Please come in. We will tell you all about it.
And he just sort of takes a step back, and you see him just sort of reach to his pack, where as a mage, you know those are probably spell components.
And I don't remember his name offhand, but I call out the leader of the old band.
Ezekiel,
and I'll say, please come in. Ezekiel told me that you were coming. He informed us, and we're here to hold down the fort. They went on a mission, so please come in. We'll tell you all about it. Lucky, get the tea ready.
Yeah.
Get the rum ready.
Are you trying to deceive him or persuade him? Well, you're deceiving him, so roll deception.
Man,
obviously deceiving.
But you can roll with advantage.
14 and...
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. He has to roll against that, I'm sorry. He's like, well, that's bad of Ezekiel. He should know better than to just hand over the lead of this place without telling me. And what is your name?
I am Drake.
Drake, you're a much better man than Ezekiel ever was. By being honest, I can tell that. He says, come, let's have tea. And by the way, who is this Lucky?
That would be me.
My manservant.
And he looks at your leg and he's like, not so lucky, how are you?
Well,
I repaired it really good, and I kick it right in the sweet spot.
and he's like, well, I'm sure you're used to that by now. You obviously have a good friend here.
So as we're kind of walking to sit down, we start, telling him about the Bugbears and how they were, they came in to rob the place.
Oh, you mean the hobgoblins?
Yeah, the hobgoblins. And they sent us in, but we sided with the humans over the nasty hobgoblins and kind of deceive him in a way that Ezekiel and then went out on a raiding party against the hobgoblins who were holding down the fort here.
Okay, and you had rolled a fort. I remember what you rolled. I remember what you rolled. He's like, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's done now. Where are our other allies?
Aren't the hobgoblins still?
Just die.
Another of our party is working on that now.
Oh.
Much better suited. Much better suited. He's actually under the water right now.
Oh, really?
And I send him a message. I cast a message.
Okay.
And I kind of briefly tell him, hey, Bryant's here. Caution. Bring news.
Mm-hmm.
Deceive.
Bring news and
Well, you don't speak common.
I speak common.
He does.
That's
Yes.
horrible.
He does. All right. So you have just gotten that message.
Okay.
What are you doing with that information?
Squirrel Blorp and I will, I guess, walk out of the water and towards
All right.
the rest of the crew.
And you make your way up, and he kind of looks at you, and he looks at you, and then he looks back at you, and he's like,
We're certainly a motley crew, aren't we?
Squirrel Blorp and I will do kind of like a greeting, like welcome dance in sync. But like I will kind of start with since I know he's an ally of the Deep Scion, I speak Aquan to him.
Okay. And when you do that, he's like, you're gonna have to do this on my terms. Speaking the common? Do you speak in the common?
You speak at
The common?
Do the Deep Scion speak common? Oh. Okay, well, I'll be like, I don't know how you negotiate with them, but I've been told of your, or like I've been. It seems we have common friends.
And he said, And yes, apparently we do. And from the looks of you, very, 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 very much a lot in common. So, are you joining us in this endeavor?
Squirrel Warp and I are. I tried to tell the rest of the group, but they, I don't know. They think something smells fishy or something.
Right, let me fill you in with this guy.
Okay.
We almost got eaten by a whale, hauled off by a giant squid. So now we're with the Scion with Ezekiel's group, and we're a little unsure. What can you fill us in? Because we're kind of new to this group.
He says, well, what's supposed to happen is you and the Deep Scion, apparently now, and your friend are supposed to go visit the Kraken priests because they're the ones that are due to close the gate so that none of the other pesky water folk, if he could spit, he would. Some of the other pesky water folk don't make it over here to this side. And that's supposed to happen in 2 days.
So you help facilitate the water, but you don't want certain ones coming through?
Absolutely not. Our master demands complete domination.
And he is of the water realm?
Very much so. And I'm trying to remember, did you all get the information that it's a Kraken that came through? Okay.
Well, I didn't hear that. I don't remember that the Kraken came through, but there is something about the Kraken priests bringing the Kraken through the water. My notes are like.
My Leah wants you to demonstrate the dance.
No.
Not without Squirtleboard?
Not without Squirtleboard.
No. Okay. I asked my Leah, you heard me. All right. So let's go back here. He says, well, in any case, when will you be heading out?
Well, we were going to stay here until Ezekiel returned to make sure that the camp was secure. But it sounds like you're the one actually leading the show. How might we help?
Head off now. Follow the Scion to the Kraken priests.
We're off to see
Fine,
the
you
wizard.
get your way.
I always do. You can ask my wife.
So you all had finished that long rest. You're good to go. Veronica runs up to you and she offers to go with you. There's just one problem. She can't breathe water.
I don't think I have the way to do that.
How long are we going to be underwater?
Let me.
What does this journey look like?
It's going to take a couple of days.
A couple of days
It'll
underwater?
probably take at least half a day to get there, and it's mostly underwater. Okay.
I can.
Wrong one.
If she's of value, I can give her my waterproof cap.
Okay. All right.
But that won't help with the
swimming.
Yeah. I guess she could ride. We could pull her where she could ride Barney.
and I had this one scion that comes out to pick you up. He does actually speak common. He just doesn't speak it very well. He's like, "We go now," because he knows he sees the humans there. Well, you two were speaking in Aqua. He says, "We go now."
Yep. Potential sacrifice for that
next.
Yeah, you finished your long rest from the night before. So now he says, "We go now." All right.
Test takers.
All right.
Let's go.
So you all hold on just 1 second here. There we go. Give me just a second here.
That looks so good when it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I need to do.
Uh-huh.
I like the subtle shifts between the black and the brown.
Yeah. I did like a lesser degrees on these guys.
You just
All
change
right.
the color of the dogs. Or...
Figure since he's the biggest one, might as well make him more like.
So it takes her just a little while to actually get herself. Oh, Miley wants to know, can she catch a ride in Barney's trunk?
Yeah.
Okay, is it waterproof?
Well, I gave her the cap so she can just sit on Barney's back.
Okay, all right.
He's meant to ride.
Okay, all right.
Well, she's human.
Yes, she's human.
He's medium size. Is that?
Horses are medium.
Okay.
So the answer is yes,
okay.
if that's what you're asking about there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So about halfway. Let's see if I get the right thing up here real quick. About what you assume is about halfway there, you begin to feel the wave picking up, and off to the side of you. This was happening last night too. Luckily, it didn't totally close everything down. But what in the world? And now this one's doing. Okay. Off to the side of your boat, you feel, off to the side of you, you can actually feel waves coming in your direction. What would you like to do?
So we aren't underwater?
You are underwater right now, and you are basically swimming. They don't have a vessel because they don't generally need one. So you all were just sort of following together.
I guess I'll cast light.
Okay.
For everyone else, since I get darker.
How deep are we?
So let me add you all real quick. You are headed down fairly quickly. I'm not going to put Splorp in there because he's just not here right now. But you are headed down. And Squirtle, there's Drake, and we need Lucky Commoner. There we go. All right. And the light doesn't actually roll perception. I'll let you roll perception as well. Lucky.
Okay, I got it's going to be a 12.
21. Okay. All right. The feeling that you're getting is that one of it's some sort of water thing that hides very well in water that is headed towards you all. Okay. Can't exactly tell what it is until it's about
Do the deep scions feel threatened at all?
They're unsure how to proceed. Oh, my word. It was doing this all last night. I'm not completely sure why. I think if you just let it sit too long, that's what it does. But it doesn't do what it was doing before. All right, so here we go. You finally see it move off in the distance. You see a water elemental, the vague shape of it. Would you like to do?
Oh, well, we tried.
Oh, well, we tried.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I have a water breathing spell. I forgot.
All right. It doesn't seem to be stopping. It's just heading straight towards you. Perhaps this is one of the things they wanted to keep on the other side. And that's what you get the feeling from. Now you get the feeling from this deep sound that that's what's going on. So roll initiative. Did anybody roll about 20? Oh, no? 15 to 20. All right. 10 to 15. 13. 13. And 10. Wait a minute. Did you get 2 or 3?
I got 2.
3 is missing for some reason. Oh. It's here. Y'all see it over there anywhere? I'll get it later.
There's one up here, so.
4, 8, 7, 0. Okay. You take 4, and I will get it at the break, and you will take 5. All right. So, and here's one of the great things about this. You can just stick it right in there, and then I can see which order you're in, and so I can call you by name. All right. So, Drake, what would you like? Oh, no. Actually, it moves straight on in.
I don't think there's a way
5, 10. It's on the side, yeah. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it moves right there in between Drake and you. Shh. What in the world? Yeah, it's having trouble syncing up right now, unfortunately. Charlie says he's not going to make it, unfortunately. All right. That's okay, Veronica's here to help. All right. Shh. And he is just going to slam attack one of each of you once. So the first attack on Lucky. That's like a 21. And on Drake, that is an 18. Okay. So that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage to each one of you.
I'm going to cast shield reaction.
Shield? Okay. All right. So now Veronica, best she can, she casts Bless on all 3 of you. Okay, so you have a D4.
I'm an uncanny dodge, so I take 5 damage.
Okay, absolutely. All right, so that was 13. Carl, you're going to take 6.
All right.
All right. So it is now Drake's turn. What would you like to do? and I'll have the deep sigh and attack it. I'll give you that. Misses unfortunately.
Fireball. I mean, underwater. Does this stuff work underwater?
Yeah,
Fireball?
everything works underwater. The only thing you have to watch out for are ranged weapons, crossbows work, trident, spear, javelin. Everything else that's ranged automatically misses. And I mean, I can be a pain in the behind and say that fire things automatically do half damage, but I won't go there yet.
Blast.
Well, I was either going to shoot a ray of frost or fireball.
Okay, I'll leave that up to you.
I'll shoot the fireball, see what happens.
All right.
30, 20.
You rolled a 20.
30, 20, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna hit.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Barney, is he anywhere near them? With Veronica?
Oh, I forgot to put her on there. Yeah, she's right in the middle of there, actually. Okay. So, Barney, you want Barney to drop her?
No. Actually, I want him to hover back and kind of protect her.
Okay. And you said 12?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. All right. So, stay back and protect her. Gotcha, cool. Number, it is now. Lucky, what are you doing?
All right. Can I use a short sword?
Absolutely, but you gotta swim up to him. You swim at half your speed. Actually, you're right next to him, so go ahead. Let me change your name there real quick. Go ahead.
All right. Swing number 1 is a 21.
That's gonna hit.
All right. Swing number 2. That's a 13.
That's gonna miss, I believe. Let me check to make sure.
Hold on. 13.
Roll
So
your
that's
d4.
17.
Alright, you hit.
Okay.
Attack rolls, saving throws.
All right. All right. So let me do my damage. Do I get extra d4 with damage or no?
No,
Okay.
just to hit.
That's 14 damage then.
Alright. Alright. And now we are to Wocah.
I'm gonna try something a little unconventional,
Mhm.
see if it actually does anything.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'm gonna cast create or destroy water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it on like basically its body.
You want to try and put it on its body. Alright, so here we go. Let's do it.
There's no roll. I just basically 10 gallons worth of water is just
Destroy. Andrew, unfortunately, it did not do anything, but I gave it a chance. I at least gave you a chance. But it does not work. Do you have bonus action or anything you'd like to do? No. Okay. Alright, we are back to that. So now, let's see. Drake, you hit him pretty hard. He's gonna send both of his attacks at you. You all seem to be underwater creatures, so he's not too worried about you. So that's a 20 and an 18.
Both it.
Alright. So that is, did I say 13 points of bludgeoning damage each? Let me make sure. Yes, 13 points of bludgeoning damage each for those. Veronica comes up behind you, and she's going to give you a...
Certainly. 13 each.
13 each. She comes up behind you and heals you for 10 points of damage. And then the Scion is going to take a couple. Actually, let's do this. If he's got anything else that's better that he can do. Hey, Mo, what are you doing over there? Alright, so he is going to claw at this thing a couple of times. Here we go. And he hits it one time. That is 7 points of damage. So he swings at it, and it looks like his hand are going through it, but he actually does a pretty good job of it. All right.
So,
And now we are at Drake. What would you like to do?
Blasting.
All right, let's give a blast.
Plus 4, 16 to hit.
Okay, 16 to hit. You are going to hit.
For 14 points of damage.
Ooh, what did you blast him with?
My firebolt.
With your fireball. Oh,
10.
you have to roll with disadvantage because it's ranged.
Oh. Okay. That's a 27.
All right, so you hit anyway. All right. So you come back with your firebolt. You forward with your hands, and you sizzle right through him. For how much was it?
14.
14 points of damage. All right. Do you move away from him, or do you stay there?
I'm gonna cast Expedient. What is that?
Expeditious?
Yeah, something retreat.
Okay. Is it a bonus action?
Let me see.
it should be.
I forgot about that.
I think it is.
It's a bonus action.
All right. So you bonus action, do that, and you make a hasty retreat. How far?
30 feet.
Where am I at?
You are right there next to it. There you are, right here.
I'm gonna go like 100. My range is like 120 feet, so I'm gonna go like 100 feet. So you can just put me out.
Your range is
Firebolt's 120 feet.
no. But how far
the
can you
retreat.
move? Oh,
I think it's only 30 feet.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Dash. So
You can't dash because this is just a regular movement. You used your action already. You used your action and bonus action.
It says you take the dash action. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. All right, so you can move total, and you don't provoke opportunity attacks. Okay, cool. Cool. So you're about 60 feet away from it now. Cool. All right, and now it is to Lucky. What would you like to do, Lucky? You are now the lone survivor standing there right next to it.
So now you don't get
Get the extra.
backstab.
Okay.
Kick him.
Use the good leg.
All right, I'm gonna swing again with my short swords.
Okay.
First hit. Oh, that's a 27 to hit.
All right, it's gonna hit.
And the second hit is that's a dirty 20.
All right, you're gonna hit both of those times.
14 damage.
Okay. All right, and next it is Wocah. So you get the feeling that wow, that was a reasonable thing to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's
I'm gonna try another unreasonable.
okay. Let's go with unreasonable. I will shuffle this time.
I'm going to. So Drake is somewhere else.
It's off over there. Yes.
I'm gonna kind of clasp my hands underwater, kind of do a motion. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Drake, why? Something is up with the server. It's not moving. They're not syncing up. So keep me honest if you move, because I haven't moved over here. Yep. So you were there. If you move, like say to here, then you could go straight through and not hit Lucky.
He's lucky. He'll be fine.
You're going. Well, that one I don't even have to do. Yeah, you have at it.
I just didn't know how lightning works underwater.
No, it's well.
So they have to make a dex
save. All right, dex 16. Let's see how he does. And he does not make that save.
That's gonna hurt.
It's fucking what it does to him. Wow.
Only 15 lightning damage.
You are kidding me.
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones out of 8.
15. Alright. But what's interesting is it doesn't have damage. you see him sort of wavering a little bit. Now, Veronica healed you the last time, so she didn't get to do it. Okay, so that's fine. Cool. We are back to them now. And Lucky is it. Here we go, Lucky. 1 and 2.
Quick question.
Yes.
In terms of movement, are we using the movement of the cloak?
Yes. The cloak of the manta ray gives you a swim speed equal to your walking speed. So that is an 18 and a 27.
All hit.
All right, so those pseudopods come out. He's spinning. 13 on the first one. 13 on the second one. He gets you really good. And Veronica sees that happening, and she's going to try one more time to save you. Do you still have any hit points?
No, I don't.
All right, so you are down at 0. She immediately comes up to you and gives you back 15 hit points and says, "Run away!" And she runs back away. Run away!
The Veronica.
All right. The Scion goes forward, does a couple of attacks, and he hits this time for. There we go. And now we are at Drake.
I'm gonna come out.
You see that Lucky is pretty messed up over there. Veronica's doing her best to help. You can't see her, but she's there.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to get Barney to grab him.
You're fighting a water elemental, Ellie.
To kind of scoop him up with his claws and take off.
Okay, so you said you have Barney going now. So Barney's going to do this. Ellie, do me a favor. Type !hand in the chat. Mrs. Barney. I'll explain why. Oh my gosh! The Hand of Fate has arrived to possibly help you. All right.
Lucky, after all, Lucky.
Lucky, the Hand of Fate has arrived. If you, actually, do this in the chat. Ellie, type !dice space 20. And she rolled a 17 to try and get you extra hit points. Unfortunately, it did not get you extra hit points, but the Fates are trying to help you now. All right, you know they're out there trying to help you. Now we are at Drake.
Barney wasn't able to grab him.
Barney was able to grab him. He did not get hit as he ran away.
Okay, so we went away 40 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to blast the water dude.
And now it's working good. All right, have at it.
Oh, dang. 14.
One thing, whack.
That was a 10
with the
plus 4.
10 plus 4, 14 hits.
Are you rolling a d4?
14 hits.
We got to roll. Let me be fair. I thought it was just automatic plus 4. Okay, so that would have been a 12.
I thought you rolled 14, a 12.
I rolled a 10.
He was just adding.
And I was just adding 4, so I rolled a d4. It was only 2.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Alright, so no, you do not hit, unfortunately.
All right.
So Barnacle has moved away with Lucky aboard him. Do you have bonus action or anything else you'd like to do, or is moving Barney your bonus action?
Yeah, Barney's my Barney.
All right, and now we are to Lucky, who has all of 17 hit points now, I believe, 12 plus. Okay. All right. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm going to hang back.
All right.
I'm going to hold an attack action in case he gets closer to me.
All right. Now your crossbow will work. Your bow will not.
Okay, then I'll fire my crossbow.
Okay, you get one bolt with your crossbow.
All right. That is a 17.
17 does hit. Oh, and there's another hand of fate in there. Hold on. Oh, there's the 3. Here.
Oh, that's me.
Don't worry about it. Just sit it there. I got you now. Go. Keep going.
Ooh, that's going to be 15 damage.
For the hand of fate. Okay, 15 points of damage. Got you. And now we are to.
But they like that scene in Forrest Gump where
What do I do?
I guess I'll do this time. I'm gonna do Shatter.
Oh, Shatter. Yeah, he's by himself now, so you could. That would do good. It's a Constitution save.
Yep.
That's good. I think he saves. Yes, he rolled a 22 on the die. 19.
He's not considered a construct, right?
No, he's not a construct.
Then he would,
But that's just for him. He just takes half damage.
Yep.
All right.
and that one would, so he would take 8 damage.
8 points of damage. Gotcha. Good job. So you see his body just momentarily just go like that, falls apart for just a second. He manages to pull himself back together. It is back to him now, and he sees you for the first time and realizes that you're the one that's actually casting all these spells at him.
It's not me, it's him.
It's not me, it's him. He moves on over to you, and he's going to take his couple of swipes at you this time. He does with his two things there, and that is a 20 and an 18. Both of them hit, so that's 13 points across the face. 13 points right in the gills. Sort of knocks the wind out of you. And then he just sort of stays there because he seems like he's got an axe to grind. And you see from up above the water, for the first time, you see this radiant light come from above, and it hits this thing. You see Veronica's hands moving, and she tries to get him with that. He fails. I can't believe that. Alright. Takes 10 points of radiant damage. Alright. And the Scion moves on up because he knows what happens if he doesn't continue to fight. And only hits him once. And this thing is hanging by a thread as Drake, you and Barney are up.
Branding Smite probably does not work through my blaster.
Branding, no.
It's a melee weapon.
It's a melee weapon. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna.
Now, here's the thing. I believe you can cast Branding Smite on Barney and concentrate on it, but I will let you look that up. Because I believe it says you can cast it on you touch a creature.
I'm pretty sure there's a ranged spell version. It's called like Radiant Weapon.
I'll look that up, but I'm gonna go with that right now. My bonus action.
I get
that. That is a bonus action. I can't do that and get Barney to attack.
Well, you can use your action.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him.
Okay.
All right. We'll see what happens.
With disadvantage.
Oh, it's with disadvantage. That's even worse.
You're not right next to him anymore, are you?
11.
Well, it's a ranged attack.
Oh, what are you using?
My blaster, firebolt.
His blaster is actually his firebolt. It's a flavor thing.
And then you just add the.
Got you.
So is it
1d8.
with
You do normal. It's
Okay.
normal. It's actually a spell he's casting, and that's his.
So it'd be 14.
14 hits. Yes, it does.
14.
But I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Ooh, 18 points of damage.
And he dissipates from the water.
I think he
And
drowned.
everything gets a little bit calm now. And you are sort of floating in the water. And Veronica's like, that came out of nowhere. Of course, it comes out because she's underwater, but you know.
I can't hear you.
So everyone is pretty beat up, and you're about halfway there.
Are we just out in the open ocean?
Yes, you can see way off in the distance. If you make a run for it, move like double speed, you could probably make it there in a reasonable amount of time and rest just inside the place where the Scion is telling you to go.
That's the only choice we have. Gotta go. One of those things.
So everybody give me a Constitution save. You're doing a forced march kind of thing here. And the DC is 10. So it's not too hard, but... Okay, great.
21.
Okay.
13.
13. All right. So you make it down there pretty much without incident. Everybody makes it. Let me just... Oh, yeah. Actually, Veronica has a level of exhaustion. So she's got one level of exhaustion. And we'll have to sort of rest and recover from that. All right. Okay. Did it again. It just is what it is. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Alright, so you guys are down here. And I'm going to change this. Rid of the music for just a second while I get you all on there. Alright, so as you go down there, you see a cave entrance. And the Scion points to it, and he can talk to anybody that speaks Aquan. And he lets you know that's the place where we're headed to.
Yep. I'll
So,
translate that for everyone.
okay.
You see
Wocah.
that dark, shadowy place? That's where
The gaping maw.
we're going. That's where you guys are going. I'm not going there.
That's yep. See that place? Good luck.
Well, this works out great. I worship the Leviathan as my god, so... Oh, this is a Kraken, though. Never mind.
Drake.
Take that back.
Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you turn that on? I forgot to turn it on. Click it. There's Drake, and now I need to get the commoner. And just help me remember that Veronica is there. A commoner named Lucky. Go. Rose.
Yep, you're down there. Come on. It's okay. Come on now. Oh, look out. Hold on. You're caught in the wire. Hold on. Let me get it in.
And that's always what it is. She gets caught in it.
Hold on.
Come here, sweetie.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's do.
There you go. Good girl.
Okay. So this commoner is Lucky, and then we've got our deep guy, and Veronica. And you just help me remember that she's there. All right. And you go inside, and what are you going to do? You can take that short rest right at the entrance, or what would you all like to do?
Short rest would be nice.
Short rest.
That's what we can do.
All right. All right, so you take your short rest. Give me just a second here. Oops. Why is it doing that? There we go. Thank you. All right. Veronica actually didn't take any damage, but when she gets a chance to along let's see. Let me see.
Banana?
Yep, give me a dexterity save as you step onto land. Ellie, roll a d20. Exclamation point dice 20. Space 20. To see if he slips.
I rolled a 14.
All right. And she rolled a 17. So you fall down prone, and you have no idea what. Probably maybe the floor was slimy.
Flap around the wall.
Yeah, maybe Diddy was here. Okay, we'll go with the ditty
Squid left
for now. All right. Cool. All right. Let me have these back. You all are inside the cave, and let me check. Nothing happens during your short rest. You're actually safe during the short rest. You finish. You wake up, and the sign says, "Back that way." And then he says, "I stay." He's speaking in common, so it's not very good. "I stay here. They no like."
Brilliant.
Who is this?
The scion that he's been speaking to.
They don't like.
And then when he talks to you, he says, "Yeah, they resent us. They think that we're closer to the Kraken. We are closer to the Kraken because we are real. Because we are."
Because we are correct, right?
Yeah. Yes. So they resent us.
So, am I allowed to go in? Like, I don't have to take the test.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because there was like a worthiness test, right? That's what you were saying. Otherwise, sacrifices, fish sticks, all that.
The whole, human sticks. Okay.
Really go for one of Charlie's little human.
And it's warning you. I can't believe that. Don't worry about that. It just sends you a warning, I think. All right. What would you like to do?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll go on in and kind of pick, be like, "Come on, let's go." Pick him up by his little shirt.
All right. So you pick him up.
With my webbed, clawed hands. Just.
All right. So the first thing, the first thing that you notice as you come in, you go around the corner. You recognize the nets as their fishing nets. It looks like they managed to snag some humans and discarded them over there. You two see a couple of dead humans and one.
I walk over to that one and go, "How did you end up like this?" I look at Veronica. Can you help this? Can you help this person?
She's like, "He's drowning."
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting I can do that.
Are we underwater?
No, he's not. But he's got water in his lungs.
I'll cast water breathing.
Okay. And he's like, yeah. And this is a tunnel it's filled with air. So you came down and you came up. This is one of the bubbles like you found in your cave, Drake, where there was a bubble of air that you could breathe. It's kind of like one of those. He's like, and he looks at you and he's torn. He's like, "Thank you, filthy rotten fish person."
I go, "Hey, look at me.
Look at me. I am the captain."
Would you like to be released from this torment?"
What kind of question is that? Of course I want to be released from this.
Hold on. I go, "Hold on.
Blast
All right. I release you. You work for me. Do we have a deal?"
I work for you?
Okay, see ya. I start to walk away.
You're like, okay.
Scoreboard for
Maybe I can work for you just a little bit. Just not a whole lot. Just a little bit.
Part-time job.
Yeah, a part-time job. What he said.
Your friends here that are still alive, will they be willing to make the same deal?
They're not alive.
No, he's the only one.
He's the only one that survived.
Okay, deal. I'm gonna release him.
All right, so he's out of there. He's like,
Okay. Do you have any weapons?
no.
I have that one extra short sword. That
Okay.
there was 3 of them, so I tell you, shh. Like now you do.
He's like, okay. He's a fisherman by nature, and it's very obvious that that's what's going on here.
Don't worry, we're here to catch some bad fish.
He's like, oh, okay, all right.
Some
So
catfish?
let's bring him over here, and he's got a short sword now.
I have a henchman. Yeah.
All right. Drake, what are you doing now?
I'm gonna talk to the guy and say,
The spell's good for 24
what
hours.
happened? How did you get here?
Okay, good. Thank you.
How did you get here?
He says, we were above the water, and at some point, this net just came over the entire ship. The fates have arrived, and they grant you a favor. And he says, but we were laying here when we saw the big guy. Next door, they brought some big, giant ass down here. And I have no idea why. And he's just been sitting in there moaning and pounding. I tell you, that in and of itself was about ready to drive me nuts.
What does he look like?
I mean, he's about as tall as the cave is. So he's about 20, 30 feet high. He's pretty tall. And he's only got one eye.
Is he humanoid?
Like a cyclops, huh?
It's like,
Bipedal?
I mean,
Walks on 2 legs?
I guess he's human.
Does he walk on 2 legs?
Yes.
It's kind of like a giant.
Yeah.
Is the eye in the center of his head?
Yeah.
What else do you know about this cave? We just got here. Wait.
Just say your name is nobody and you'll be fine.
I knew Ellie was going to say that. She's been hooked on the Odyssey. Like, there's like a Broadway musical thing.
Oh, is there one?
Mm-hmm. I'll have her send it to you. But
I can't believe I missed it. In any case, what was the question you asked?
What else can you tell us about these caves?
He says, this is as far as we got. They dropped us here. I guess we were supposed to be food. They were talking about some whales that they were going to feed us to.
can I do a medicine check on this guy? Specifically, what I'm looking for is he affected by the same thing that he was, where like the Kraken thing, he couldn't breathe, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do a medicine check.
That's a nat 20 for 25.
No, he just drowned. The other two drowned. You can tell that just flat out.
Okay.
They're blue. Well, he was turning blue as well. But this looks like they're drowning from water. The water's in their lung. You can see it leaking out the side of their mouth.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely.
So I want to. This guy that's with us, the deep one, and maybe even him. If they feel welcome here, they're just going to parade right on and say, "Hey guys, we're here. Glad we could catch up." The ones that are not, fish, are going to be really cautious because we could be dead. So it's going to be hard to kind of interrogate this guy with the perception that we're trying to figure out what it is so that we can get the advantage, because they're not going to want us to get the advantage. Is that too? Am I overthinking it?
Why do you keep thinking that we're going to betray you? My God. You have like PTSD for my character.
You know what you've seen, and you're not metagaming. Your character has seen some things. The question is, what do you, as a player, want to do about what the conflict between your character and this character?
Okay. Let's see.
So I will let you two have a moment to.
What do you mean,
talk,
people?
You people.
Just a second.
You two people. You two pipples. I'll come back here and I'll get rid of that sound so that you all can possibly talk here.
I just saved this man instead of eating him. You still think I'm going to betray you?
And Veronica kind of looks at you and she's like, a bit disingenuous, don't you think?
In what way?
You cause as many of the problems that you save people from.
Name one.
When you were all those times that it's obvious. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but it's obvious that you're part of the problem. You and your friend would just as soon eat us as help us.
No. I've already explained this. You guys are not worth eating because you bring more food than you're worth.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Unless we bring something to you, we're as good as fish bait.
Well, that's what you are.
She walks up.
You are fish bait. It's a compliment. Charlie, help me out here.
Charlie's not gonna make it. Is he in the chat? My fish wife says the same. Oh, Charlie's in the chat. Charlie. My fish wife says the same thing, is what he said. All right. So, what would you like to do about this? I'll ask you as Jason. How would you like to proceed about this, or as Drake?
Oh, I know what he wants to do as Jason. He just wants to shoot us.
Okay. I'm going to use my second infusion, and I'm going to cast my homunculus servant, and I'm going to make it whatever I can make it as small as I can.
Okay.
And I want to send it. It has to stay within 120 feet of me.
Okay.
But I want to try to stealth further up the cave to see what I can see.
All right.
Have it go up. And if it sees anything, come back to me and report. Because we speak the same language.
Okay, so he goes up forward, and you see this giant laying on his back, and he's just going, thump, thump. I'm here, thump, thump. Get me out of here, thump, thump, thump.
Is he speaking common?
He's it's broken. It's like those are the, you know how you know some words in a language, so it's coming out like that. The way the Scion speaks common.
Oh my.
So he only knows. It's obvious he only knows a few words. But and he's sort of mumbling that. And he comes back.
All right, I'm gonna stealth over.
All right. So you want to stealth over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth over there.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to send that thing to kind of look further in the caves.
All right.
Nat 20.
All right. And so you stealth your way up there. Let me move you up there, Lucky.
Man, oh man.
Oh,
you're causing a mutiny. You know that? You're causing a mutiny.
Wave over to my new assistant. Like,
come on, henchman.
Come on, you amuse me.
You didn't even name him.
Oh,
Oh,
There we go. So he comes up there, and he
should have
is
at least called him Charm.
not as good
So then
at
you
being
guys can be-
stealthy. So he walks up there, and the thing goes, huh?
Lucky Charm.
Huh? What are you doing here? And he says, I didn't sign up for this. And he turns around and he just walks back.
Was he stealth?
He
failed.
He failed. He was having terrible trouble.
He's a fisherman.
You head over in this direction.
I can only go 120 feet.
Okay,
Probably
so you can only make it to about there. Yeah. So your homunculus is about there. Okay. Let me come back to him. So you see him. He's sitting there. He's looking and says, "Hey, come back here. What are you?" So you can't understand him. I keep forgetting. And he stands up and he begins walking down this direction.
Oh crap! I thought he was restrained.
Nope.
Okay.
And where's he gonna go? And he makes it to about there.
He doesn't see me. I'm invisible.
And
I'm invisible.
he sees you all standing there, and he's like, you have no idea what he says.
I got something. Can I try speak with animals? Like, is he like?
He's not an animal. if that's
Define animal.
beast.
Okay.
It has to have the moniker beast.
Oh.
Hey, sweetie.
I guess. I don't know how right now. I don't have comprehend languages.
And message is only in whatever the same language you speak, right? It doesn't translate or anything.
You'll have to look it up because I'm not 100%
I
sure.
don't see anything like that.
Okay, so the hand of fate has popped up.
Can I try an insight check?
Veronica happens to have comprehend languages.
Oh, okay.
And so she casts this, and she begins speaking to him. You still can't understand what he's saying. He says he's trapped here, and he wants to know if you're one of them. And she crosses her arms and she goes, which is exactly what I want to know.
What do you mean, one of them? I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Are you fish or are you food?
Oh, well, I guess I'm a fish. You're not leaving me with much of a choice there. Fish? Yeah.
So are you siding with the fish?
I don't understand why there's sides in this. I feel like they wanted us to be friends, and we became friends. I asked if you guys wanted to join the friendship club, and then you've been fighting me every step of the way.
Says, do you not understand that they're trying to take over our world? Do you not understand that?
Not really. What do you have left?
And that's when she just kind of uncrosses her arms and walks away from you, and she begins talking. She begins talking to the other one.
Just saying.
She walks off and she begins talking to him. All right, so you are over there with your homunculus. What would you like to do?
Well, it just goes out on its own.
Okay, you want it to continue?
Well, I'm kind of at the limit of what it can go.
Okay, you want to come back?
So if it sees anything, it can report back and tell me that there's something over there.
It doesn't see anything as far as here, like the limit of where it can go.
I don't know what this big dude's problem is. I'm gonna, and he sees us already, right?
He sees you all.
Would I know why he's down there? From like the deep side.
I mean, you can roll an insight check.
19.
Most likely, any humans or humanoids that are down here are food.
Even the big thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, he's a little big for that, but...
So, I'm going to scoot up close to him, and I've got one of my little tinker boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a music box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hand it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes, ding, ding, ding.
Here, mister.
Let's see something here.
It's kind of like a...
He's mildly amused with it. He says, something you can't understand, and then Veronica translated says, he said, thank you. Are you going to help him get out?
Yeah, we can try to help you get out.
So, lead the way. You start heading that direction and heading the direction out, and the Scion looks at you and says, I thought you said they were going to help.
Define help. Are we supposed to kill this thing? Or are we supposed to... I'm just confused on what the objective is.
We're here to deliver a message to the Kraken priests.
Yeah,
but it's time for them to close the gates.
Where are they?
They must be further in.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go further in.
What's that have to do with it?
I was speaking Aquan.
You were speaking Aquan, yeah.
No. The giant. I'm trying to figure out what his... Is he just random?
Okay, so you asked Veronica that. I'll get back to you just a second. And he says he has no idea. They were mumbling words that he did not understand, and they just left him there, and they walked off. So they were powerful enough to just leave him there. He was too exhausted when they left him there to fight.
He's too exhausted?
He was, yeah. And now he's not completely recovered.
He speaks common. It's just gibberish.
He speaks giant.
Oh.
He only knows he knows like the 5 words that people know. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that for just a second. All right. So you go traipsing on down.
Does Veronica, with her comprehend language, can she understand when we're talking in a different language, or is it only with a particular?
She can understand.
Oh, okay. That kind of throws a wrench in things.
What would you like to do?
I would like to tell the group that I think that we should just all do what we came here for and meet with the Kraken priests. And then once they're done with whatever it is they're doing, then we can ask for permission to go.
I said, yeah. Oh, okay. Give me a second. I want to walk this guy kind of off by myself. So come here, I'll show you how to get out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And as we're walking, I want to, the best I can, communicate friend, help.
Okay.
And kind of basically put him in a reserve. I don't know if I can communicate that.
All right.
But I want to try to let him know we're friends.
Roll persuasion with advantage. I'm at disadvantage.
Persuasion?
Excuse me.
Hold on. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
11. First one. And then that 20 on the second. Wasted. So 11.
So he's basically calm, but he's looking out there and he says words that he just points and it's like,
Okay. Well, come on, let's go. And I'll just start waddling my way in
I
there.
might give him a chicken wing or something. Tell him to sit down.
Okay. All right. So Wocah starts heading on this direction. Wocah starts heading this direction. Lucky you see Wocah pass you by.
I'm still going to leapfrog with my homunculus.
All right.
And Barney will come with me too.
All right. Which way you headed, Wocah?
Towards where we're supposed to with the where the
You don't know.
Oh, I have no idea.
He doesn't know.
Can I tell by the? Can I feel a different type of pressure, like a current, where maybe I would feel like some kind of either magic in the waves or?
I mean, you can roll a survival check. This is what's kind of nice about having a smaller group with you. You can do more things like this, and this is the sorting stuff.
10.
10.
Oh, actually, sorry. 13.
A 13. Okay. So let me check something real quick.
Oh, buzzkill, man.
All right. So you see human-like footprints going in both directions. In this direction, you also see some large reptile-like footprints going that direction.
Probably not deep scion-like footprints.
Probably not.
Well, I'm going the other way.
Okay. Anybody following him?
I will, and I'm gonna hold back, and I'm gonna still send. I'm gonna keep that homunculus servant out 120 feet of me.
Okay.
As soon as he detects anything at all, he's gonna come back and report. He's like I don't know, a fly or a dragonfly, whatever I can make that's small.
All right. No, absolutely.
I'm gonna follow, but I'm still stealth, and I rolled a 22 for stealth.
22 for stealth. All right. So you're making your way up there, and I'm gonna catch you too, and do this. All right. All right. Wocah continues forward. And jump. No, around as you continue, and I'll catch you guys up later. You continue and continue, and up ahead of you, you hear a conversation between two people. They're speaking Aquan. I'm assuming because of where they are, and you see a pool. Swimming around inside the pool are several killer whales.
Yeah. All right, great.
All right.
Well, dang it.
And you hear conversation happening behind them in what looks to be some sort of a temple-looking place. You see, it's probably at least 3 killer whales swimming around here. They surface and they go underwater, so it's hard to keep track of exactly how many there are. But across the way, you reach here, the edge of the water, and you see the 2 priests. You see 2 priests over there. They're having a conversation about the arrival. What would you like to do?
About my arrival?
Mm-mm. They're talking about the arrival of the Kraken. And they have not noticed you just yet.
Okay. These killer whales, are they like just normal? Like, because you said they're not speaking to the whales, are they?
No, they're speaking to each other. There are 2 of them. And one of them's really snitty. He's like, everything must be perfect when he arrives. What's that?
Sound like one of them squeaked.
Oh, somebody's having a dream over there, I think. He said, everything must be perfect when he arrives. We must give him. Have you prepared the giant for what's supposed to happen?
When I hear that, I will kind of walk ahead at a somewhat non-aggressive pace, or at least and kind of announce myself as an emissary from the surface,
Okay.
and that the Deep Scion, that I formed an alliance with the Deep Scion.
And the guy, the snitty one is kind of like, why would you do something like that? You know there are enemies.
Oh, the Deep... What? I'm confused. The Deep Scions are your enemies, too?
Yes, they are. They would, if they had their way, they would be in charge.
I am so lost.
Maybe a good time to take a break?
I guess.
Let's take a short break. Let everybody catch their breath here. All right, everybody, we are back. So, a thoroughly confused Wocah now is standing. You are standing in front of these, what you assume are the Kraken priests, who are not exactly sure why you have aligned yourself with the Deep Scion, who have admitted that they are not necessarily, even though they're allied with them, they're not too keen on the priests themselves. So you stumbled into a bit of it would appear you've stumbled into a bit of a conflict here.
Right. So in Aquin, I would like to tell them that, at least my people and my belief is that if something like a doomsday type end of the world scenario comes into play, where the great Leviathan, the thing that we worship, awakens, or I guess the Baal for awakens to essentially flood the world, and then with that, our bellies will always be full. And so I don't know if that's maybe what they are planning on, but
so you're saying that
I'll kind of tell them the belief system of my people and stuff,
and he says absolute control of this realm by the Kraken.
Well, I don't see why we can't have an alliance then, if that makes. Because it sounds like we both want the same thing.
Okay, says excellent. So, what is the word? You are here for a reason.
So there is some surface dwellers that have come down with us that I think are trying to do the opposite of what you're looking to do, and they're just further down the cave. But
So,
but we were told. So the deep scions, they told me to bring them down here to meet with you guys to pass judgment.
and it is your concern that they are not worthy?
No. I was told that if they weren't worthy, they'd be sacrifices.
And they will be if they are not.
I mean, I explained it to them. They were the ones that didn't want to listen.
Okay. So you two give me perception checks to see how much of this you hear. You can't understand it.
My homunculus would have been around.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't know how far we are, what the distance is.
Well, you can be around and he can go around the corner.
So he would have been able to come up and tell me.
Does he understand all languages?
Probably not.
Probably
He
not.
understands my language. So, yeah.
We were speaking Aquan.
So the two of you now, we have reached a bit of what would appear to be a conflict of interest, and there's no way around it if both sides dig in.
Did Charlie say anything? I'm curious what his opinion is.
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, Ellie is singing "Why Can't We Be Friends" in the chat.
Yeah, that's Ellie. But they don't know that. They don't know that we're in an impasse.
They don't know that, but well, okay. It's interesting sitting over here, but sometimes you just have to let the die roll.
Okay. How much of this do we know? What were we going to roll?
Well, they can't understand it, but what he says to you, your homunculus says to you, is that he seems to be talking to them, and they seem to be having a nice conversation.
I relay that to Lucky. They're chatting it up, man.
The what?
Let them keep chatting. Well, we wouldn't know anything. We would have to say, knowing him and his fishy character, we would have to. We would still be skeptical, but we wouldn't really know.
Yeah, you gotta trust me. I saved that man's life earlier and got you a henchman, and you're metagaming.
I don't know what happened. It's time to try to tell.
Seriously, Meta?
Nah.
Let them talk. We'll sort it out
Right.
Okay.
So you two are going to stay around the corner.
Hang tight.
And he says, well, then I guess bring them here, and we shall see. Now, but was that all that they said? We're waiting for word on the plan.
Oh, you mean the emissary, the humanoid? I can't remember his name.
Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Okay.
That's who you're referring to? He came with us, right?
No.
Oh, well, he's back up on the surface. I don't.
And what are his orders?
Oh, shoot. I don't think we asked.
Yeah. I don't think we did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You know exactly what you're here to do.
I forgot.
Roll history checks. You all.
I'll cast guidance.
21.
All right.
13.
You're here to tell them that it's time to go close the great portal from the
That's right.
elemental plane of water.
Gotcha. I'll say
to
that.
prevent any more creatures coming over here, so that the Kraken can be the ultimate leader.
Okay. I will relay. I do remember that. I will relay that.
And he says, "That is our job. I will send 3 of my under priests to do that. I will leave it to you to take care of the infidels."
Oh, well, that was a pretty quick judgment passing. Okay.
And he sends number 2 off down the road, and he goes on around. What do you do when he says that? So this guy right here. So this guy is walking this way, and you see a human walking past you guys. You hear someone headed in your direction. What are you doing, Wocah? Not Wocah. Drake. You're hidden. You roll like a 15. What are you doing?
I'm just going to stay hidden. I don't know who's coming.
Well, you
back.
guys
All right, roll stealth then.
17.
17. Ellie's like, we really should take notes. All right, 17. All right, so he just kind of walks right past you. You guys must have yourselves right up here in just the perfect spot. And he comes past here and begins walking around here. What are you doing?
Just let him go. We don't know what anybody's intent is.
All right. So he walks on, and now what are you doing? He walks out of your view.
So the other one's by me still?
Yeah, the other one's still back over there by you.
Sorry, I was just curious.
Mm-hmm. He's sitting there. He's praying to the great Kraken.
I mean, maybe you think different. I believe that Wocah is still our companion-ish. We won't have any reason not to just be anything but skeptical of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we would just wait. I mean, if he's working, we wouldn't just walk in and say, "Hey, what are you guys talking about?" Mm-hmm. So I think we would just hold our position until he would come back.
So you're going to wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
The priest over there, Sklurt looks at you and he's like, "Why are you still here? You need to go take care of them."
Well, there's only one of me. There's like 4 of them. I could really.
Hold on, just 1 second.
He's got lightning bolt.
That? Okay, we are back. Rose is now better. All right, so what are you doing?
Well, I mean, as a hunter, I feel like it only makes sense to do an ambush style thing if I'm going to attempt to do it. Can I borrow your friends here? Pointing to the killer whales.
Or absolutely.
Okay. Well, I will. Got a plan.
Okay.
And I'll go look for them and bring.
All right. So you go. So eventually, Wocah comes around the corner, and you see him.
Waddle away.
What did you find out?
Yeah.
What? Who said that?
Give me all your money.
Oh, they were surprisingly friendly, and we made a bargain.
Are they going to close the portal?
Yes.
All right.
And we're done here.
Let's go.
Well, all we have to do though is. Oh, did you want to meet the priest real quick? He kind of wanted to pass like a little ritual thing before.
No, thank you.
No.
No, there could be a bunch of these guys down here.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're getting into.
But
Let's go report back to Bryant.
Yeah. Good idea.
We're surface dwellers.
okay, that's fine by me.
Okay.
Go with Plan B, I guess.
So you head back there. You head back towards Bryant. You've only taken a short rest. Took a half day to get here. Half day now to get back. Oh my word. Sorry about that. I love them. That's all there is to it, and it just is what it is. So as you are swimming back this time, you are set upon by. There's no mistaking who they are. They're actually making noise, and its intent is to frighten you. I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw as these killer whales come behind you.
Ooh, nat 20.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, that's wrong.
Wait, they come behind us out of the water? They come from the water?
There we go.
Oh,
So you guys are swimming here. Let me get rid of all of this. You all are swimming here,
Okay,
heading
we're out
your
in the
way
water.
back.
Oh, and I wanted to, I've got another one of these little tinker boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how long it's going to be good for.
Okay.
But it's a breathing tank.
Okay.
Will that work for that big dude or no? Probably not.
It might.
If our task was to kill him, I was going to give him a water breathing mask and let him get way out in the ocean and go buy infusion back.
All right. So they are.
Oh my God!
They're headed towards you. And you are this far away. They're making noise to try and frighten you. What would you all like to do? Veronica is on board, and you hear what the word best she can is just run, even though it's swim. Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right, Ellie.
We probably don't outpace those dudes, do we?
I want to end my spell for water breathing for that one guy, his assistant.
Okay, all right. And he had almost nothing left, and he immediately just is gone. Okay.
I want to do it in such a way that he's like everyone's kind of distracted. What I do.
We're just gonna take off, I guess.
All right. All right. So you begin swimming the fastest that you can. Let me look at one thing here. Your fastest is.
The Manta Cloak says 60.
Okay, so it gives you 60. Gotcha. Cool. All right.
So if we were dashing every round, I guess it would be
20. 60, it'd be 120. You were right. Very good. All right. So you are keeping exactly ahead of them. This is officially a high chase. What is your movement rate?
I think I'm actually slower because I don't have the.
Because you don't have the
30 feet.
He's like a guppy.
Alright. So he, in a weird twist of fate, they're off on a shot. and you're left behind.
Can I do something?
Absolutely.
I will cast lightning bolt in their direction.
You
Like, so because they're swimming in, I assume, like a line, basically trying to get to the thing. As they're swimming away,
Yes, they can.
lightning bolt.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't do player versus player, because it always ends like this. So they're swimming like that. You do your best to counter that direction. Let's roll initiative. And just let one go and do their thing.
Oh, shit. Seven.
Okay.
25.
11.
Okay. 25, 7, 2, 3. All right. Lucky, what would you like to do?
I am gonna just keep swimming ahead and ready a crossbow bolt in case it gets close to me.
Okay, so here's the thing. Are you dashing or are you prepared?
Dashing. I'd rather dash.
So then you can't
You
really.
can do both, right? Because you can use your action to prepare, and then you have bonus action dash.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because he's a rogue.
Yeah, I'm a rogue, so yeah.
Okay. You sure you wouldn't rather move 180 feet?
Yeah, let's move 180 feet.
Double dash.
Yeah.
You just scoot the way out, and you're actually making way on the way. All right, so you are just out of there as fast as you can be. Veronica is struggling a little bit. Barney moves 40 feet, you say? Because she's on Barney.
He's got. Let me see.
Yes, right.
I'm gonna do a giant crab.
Okay.
Swim speed.
Okay.
Because the thing doesn't actually.
Put 5e at the end of it.
Okay.
Probably 40.
Swim
30.
30.
Okay.
Which is actually what the less than the
There was a hand of fate card.
Thing for me?
No, the hand of fate cards always have to do with players. So nothing happened. That's the long and short of it. Okay. Oh wait, you're 1. You're 2.
Uh-huh. Well, it was.
So you're doing the
Yeah.
So dex save, you are definitely out of the range of it.
So I'm still in range.
Yep, you and Veronica both will be. Okay?
17.
Okay.
That's a pass. It's 16 is the.
Okay, so roll the damage.
And then you roll for what's his face too.
Let's see. Yeah. Dex. Throw.
25 lightning damage.
Okay, it automatically hits. He got a 19.
Alright, so
Yeah,
you
the
two
weakness
take
or anything.
12. Veronica.
On the defender,
Like a weakness?
it would say like vulnerability. I don't think it does.
You know you don't have vulnerability to it. No, you don't. And Veronica, amazingly, is
We clearly saw that he shot a lightning bolt at us.
roll perception. Okay. Yeah, Veronica was too busy swimming forward.
He's gone. He's long gone.
You can't do it. He is long gone. But now it's your turn.
I wouldn't have seen him. I'm going to keep hauling ass.
Oh, you haul ass. 120 feet. You are now out of his range for the lightning bolt. Veronica is not. She's struggling to keep up. So she went 40, 80, and now 40, 80, but you moved as well. All right, but she is going to.
I just don't have anything that can help.
No, she's going to try her last one.
Yeah.
Oh, dang! Go Veronica! 19 points she gets back. Almost all the damage that she took. Cool. All right, and she goes swimming on as fast as she can. She's at the very edge of most of the spells that you would have, and we are back to number 1. You now, Lucky, are out of range of his spell, but you can see these guys struggling to get completely out of it, and Veronica is floundering. She's doing everything she can. She's riding on Barney. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back and try and help.
All right, so you're gonna try and swim back.
Yeah.
So you can dash. You can use your dash as a bonus.
Yes.
And dash is a bonus. It's 90, and then you can move 60, 120, and you can make it back to her.
Okay.
You're now at the edge of where his long-range spell would be. What would you like to do?
Did the killer whales do anything?
Well, actually, they don't actually swim as fast as everybody else does. It's interesting.
Can you put someone in a bag of holding?
No. But I think 5 minutes is low.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of time. It only has a certain amount of air.
5 minutes. They go in con.
In any case,
No,
the whales are catching up with you. They can't keep up with them when they double move. They move the same speed.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So what would you like to do? You were there with her.
Right.
If you try to help her, you might be able to give her the extra movement she needs.
All right.
It will be a hand of fate.
Okay.
To see if you can do it, and her turn will be spent moving with you.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
Hope for a good one.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So you are swimming with her. The red hand of fate card means that, unfortunately, her speed slows you down instead of you being able to pull her forward as much as you would like to. You're currently outside his range, but if he moves forward, that takes his movement and moves forward, he will be within range of something that's 120 feet. All right? So that's number 1. Number 2, that is you.
I will move up, and so how far away is the closest person to me?
So they're about 110 feet away. No, they're about 140 feet away. So if you move your 30 feet, they'll be within 120 feet. And I know it's hard to imagine all of this, but you kind of have to, because otherwise I'll be moving little.
I'll move 30 feet,
Okay.
so my full distance, and then I'll cast Summon Beast, and it's a 90-foot distance.
Okay.
So basically, in front of them, this giant sea beast will appear.
And you're using the summon one. Okay. And
it's a bestial spirit. But I'm going to choose water.
You're using the summon one.
Yep. And it's going to. I'm going to use. So that's my action.
Okay.
And then bonus action, it's going to attack.
All right. Who's it going to attack?
I'm going to attack Veronica.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Surely at this point we've seen this.
Hey, thanks, Charlie. I'm glad to hear that it's balanced out. The music. He likes the music.
Sounds good on that end.
Yeah. I was having trouble getting it to sound in both areas.
Surely at this point we're aware of this, right? I mean,
at this point, it's becoming more clear.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. All right. Roll the damage. It was down to, well, 31. Okay.
$21 damage.
She's still alive. Damn.
The word's just kind of like blocking the path, or not attempting to block the path.
Okay, let's go. The only question would be, I'm dead. And what she says to you. So what she says to you, Lucky, is she says, go. I'll take care of this. And she summons away, and you see her moving her hands to cast a spell. What would you like to do?
If I saw Wocah do that,
Yes.
do I need to roll something to see if I would act on him?
At this point, it's very clear.
Fucking blast him. One and two.
All right, you hit.
16 points of damage.
And continuing to move to the very edge. You have sharpshooter, right? You have the magic, the spell sniper, right?
I don't know what I took as. I don't know.
Maybe under features and traits.
Yep.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so then you didn't take it, because then you have 360 feet that you can shoot, which is pretty good. So you would know, it would have been during your ability score improvement, you would have done that instead of that.
Are we still level 5?
Level 5, yep. Okay, so you do that. Veronica summons a spiritual weapon, and she attempts to hit this thing with it. That's her bonus action. And that is a... that's a 19 to hit.
I'm sure that is.
It uses your armor class, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's
3.
No, you should roll a 4 on the die, so plus 9 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage. And yeah. No, she had to use her action this time to do that. Alright, cool. Alright, so she's facing off with this thing.
I need a coffee brownie. I'm freaking out.
You all have never had to face something like this. I don't normally. It's like I said. I don't normally throw this sort of stuff.
We've done it once before where it was actually me betraying the party again. Like,
And I did it last time.
Gee, imagine that.
I saved all my extra attacks and everything for that.
Okay. So now it is back to number 1. Lucky, what would you like to do? She told you to run. But if you're next to her, you still have your sneak attack. And this thing isn't even real. But she said, save yourself. What are you going to do, Lucky?
Wocah's a traitor.
Alright. That's the thing about Aquan. You can definitely hear it underwater.
Message.
Okay?
isn't
Yeah. It's not your turn, unfortunately.
Oh.
You have to have.
Oh, it is. Right.
So what would you like to do?
Well, not the same as talking.
I'm gonna try and make sure you get out okay, please.
Oh,
So-
I'll fight.
I'm just gonna start lobbing crossbow bolts at whatever. What we firing for whale?
So okay, so there are 3 killer whales headed towards you. Wocah is at the head of them. What would you like to do?
Screw it, I'm running.
Okay, so you run. Okay, let's go. And Rose, Okay, so now it is Wocah's turn.
Yep. So I'll move another 30 feet up.
Okay.
And I will. I'm gonna wild shape myself. I don't know what yet. I'm gonna look at the list, but I put some kind of sea serpent or whatever I can get away with at my level.
Yeah. I forget. You may not have a swim speed yet.
In wild shape?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be certain levels to have certain.
Oh, that's flying. Flying. I can't choose flying.
You can't choose flying. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so you're going to change. That would be your action because you're rather than your bonus action.
And then, well, I think it's bonus action.
It's a bonus action in 2024. In the 2024.
And then I'll dash the whatever distance, either 60 or 80 feet.
So you can actually, then you'll actually be able to catch up. So it will be you and your beast attacking her.
And then, let me see. I just want to make sure the summoned beast, if it acts on its own or if I need to use a bonus action.
I think you need to use a bonus action because most of those were like that. You can use your bonus action to make it.
It says this creature is an ally to you. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it only takes its turn immediately after yours.
Okay, so its turn is after yours. So
it has its own action is required.
It has its own turn.
Yeah.
So then there we go. Right, so you do your stuff, and now what does it do?
So am I now within distance of, like, how close am I to the...
You used your bonus action, your action. You're within the distance.
Like the 5 feet?
But you couldn't attack.
That's fine. I want to just know if I'm within 5 feet of Veronica.
Yeah.
Because hack tactics, I get advantage with the beat or the summon.
Go ahead.
Okay. For a 16 hit?
It does hit.
$12 damage.
All right. Wow. So let's do this. All right. So she is still alive and kicking. She hits your thing with. Actually, she does not with her spiritual hammer, but she turns to you, and you see that radiant light come down on you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Dex save. That's a 1.
All right, so you take 8 points of radiant damage, and yeah, she there's no way she can outrun you. All right, so now this time the killer whales, they actually catch up to where you are. They have closed the distance to half because you sort of stopped a little bit to turn around and fight. Back to Lucky. What are you doing, Lucky?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire a crossbow bolt at the closest whale headed my way.
Okay. Now these whales are huge.
What's that deep scion?
He's hanging back. He's just watching.
Neutral.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Huh? Go ahead.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Figure 1. Figure 2.
Yep. Oh, so is that everything?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Oh, did you miss? Oh, yeah, you only get the one.
Yeah, I think you...
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, because Veronica went and then
Yeah.
we went back. Okay.
I accidentally skipped your number. You're
After me.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was surprised that she survived, and I just jumped in from back.
So I'm not pulling out tape measure or anything, but how far am I? Because I have to outpace those whales and try to engage. And it's getting more complicated now that he's shape-shifted.
It's
And we could all die right here, including Ron.
Veronica is looking really bad. If you had to guess, it's the choice that she made. She's
Okay.
giving you cover.
All right, I'm gonna go. I can't dash because I am gonna fire, but I'm gonna go as far as I can.
60 feet. Okay.
And then I'm gonna blast.
Okay. So you match the whales.
18.
18 hits. Who are you trying to hit?
Wocah.
Wocah, what's your armor class?
17.
All right, you hit.
5 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So you did that. All right, cool.
Then
You know, you have 2 now.
2 attacks.
Yes, because you're using Eldritch Blast. No, you're using Firebolt. It's Firebolt that's in.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but it's Firebolt that's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not 2 of them.
2d10.
But it's 2d10.
Yeah.
You did roll 2d10? All right, cool. All right, so Lucky went, and now we are back to Wocah.
Okay.
He's hanging on back to Red.
I will go ahead and try to attempt the finishing blow.
Okay.
Or
Remind me to talk to you about scaling the stuff for the artificer.
does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Well, then I guess my owl will try and finish it up.
So my fly, or whatever the little fly is,
21 to
It.
16 damage.
And she's gone. You watch as his beast just. What type of beast is it?
It's I would say like so I turned into a giant eel, so I would say the same thing, like some kind of eel.
You watch as this giant eel thing, looking similar to him, just bites into her and takes a bite out of her side, and she begins to slowly sink to the bottom. The interesting thing is, the whales are now swimming for the body rather than at you. It's your turn. What would you like to do? They are going to follow the body down and begin consuming.
it's this. We can't answer this during this battle because I think it would be unfair. My question would be, since Firebolt is the statistic or the numbers behind it, but it's kind of like a gun.
Yeah,
Is
you're
two attacks. And
what you
it
wanted
becomes
to
a
do is you want this called flavor text.
Yeah.
You're using flavor.
Is it considered a spell? So can I
It's a
shoot my
spell.
blaster and then do a spell as a bonus action?
No,
it's
it's a spell. It's a spell.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a spell.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Veronica's out of the picture.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot again at Wocah.
Okay.
I'm gonna move.
Okay.
24 to hit
That hits.
for 4 points of damage. And then I'm gonna go the 60 feet.
And you go the 60 feet. The whale, and now's when you can really see it. The whales are no longer following you. They are following the body down to the bottom, and they are. I don't know if those horrible the nature things where the killer whales, they try and birth on top of like a baby whale so that they can drown it. They're basically trying to drown it. That's what they're doing. They're basically taking passing shots at this body, totally not paying any attention to you. So as you move, you actually make ground on them, and now you're 20 feet away from them. Okay? Lucky, what would you? Hold on. Okay?
How far is he from?
Barney was with Veronica, and he never got to make any of his attacks. She was riding him the last time.
Yeah. So I don't even know if he took damage or what.
Just from
They attacked Veronica.
How far?
The lightning, just from the lightning. Did he say from the lightning?
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead and roll a d20 real quick. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to do that. We'll go roll his save, but it is. This is too important to just hand evade it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that.
All right, so he saved, and that would mean that he took 12 points of damage. I can't believe I remembered that. It was all at once.
Is he within distance of Wocah?
Absolutely.
Okay. So he is going to go over and force rend. So it's going to be a +7 to hit. So 24 to hit.
Okay.
And then 3. So that's 11. 14 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
And he's going to can he grapple him, or is the eel too big?
He's down. He's down. If you grapple him,
Second action.
Well, it's.
but no. Okay. So here's what happens. He has him grappled. He is unconscious, and at the end of his turn, if he were awake, he would be able to break free from it. If you keep him grappled, Barney moves at half speed towards you. Currently, the sharks the killer whales are headed down towards the body. That may last a round or so. What's your intent?
Would I? This is a mixture of, I don't know. Would I know what the druid class does? Would Drake know?
You've seen him change shape. He's now back in his normal shape. You've seen him cast a lightning bolt now. You've seen him use a whip to wrap someone up and pull them towards him.
And then
Those are the things that I can remember that you've seen, because a lot of what he's done has not been in front of you.
Can he shift back and come back to? I don't know that person that Drake.
Yeah. Drake would know.
I would almost just leave him drift off.
So you let him go, goes down. All right. You watch him go down, and you watch as that other creature that was with him grabs him. Let's see what he's got.
Scion?
Yep.
That's twice I've killed you, bro.
you also have like an insanely good long range weapon.
Yeah.
With a +8 to hit, which is insane.
Yeah, that's spellcasters for you.
Someone plus that.
And he grabs and pulls.
Possible. What's your intelligence?
Yeah. 4, 19. So it's +5, +3 is +8.
I'm just going off what the software did.
Because you have +3 for proficiency. Oh, +4. And 19 is only +4. +7. Yeah, +7 is right. Yeah. So the Cyan grabs the body and is pulling it the other direction. And you all continue your journey back to where Ezekiel and everybody was and took over. And eventually you make it because you outpace the sharks.
Killer whales.
Killer whales, I keep saying sharks, sorry. Give me
I don't think we go back to
give me 3
at least report back.
That's it.
death saves because he has no way to help you. Unfortunately.
It's true. We can't go back. We can't. They find out.
Not that.
Went after their own. They'll want one. Can't take them by ourselves. Only 2 of us. I mean, how many of them were there?
Just thinking third.
No, Ellie, this is Wocah. Everything finally came to a head.
3 fails.
Okay, all right. This is the point where it just
There's
needs
3